I want to tell you a story of pain and regret. So, in this video, you will be seeing me plant a cactus known as a strawberry hedgehog cactus. These things are not the source of my pain or regret, directly, anyway. But as you'll see as we go on. So, here I am, planting this cactus, digging this hole that is in just hard rock, using a pickaxe that, if you've ever used a pickaxe, they can hurt your hands if you're just, bare hands using them. So you want to use gloves with them. Well, the previous day to planting this cactus, I had planted a blind prickly pear. Now, I don't know how much you know about blind prickly pears. Let me tell you, they have these little hairs on them. I forget the exact name of them, but they will stick to anything they touch, and they hurt a lot. So what happened was I was smart when I was planting the blind prickly pear, and I used gloves, as you do, to avoid getting all these hairs in me. Well, dumb me didn't realize that, while yes, I avoided getting all those hairs inside my hands, wearing the gloves would put the all those little hairs into the gloves I had. But I didn't think nothing about it because I couldn't feel them at the time. So skip forward to the next day when I'm planting this cactus, and I'm looking for gloves to plant with, because again, you don't want to plant cactus, you don't want to use pickaxes and all that without gloves or anything, just in case you start hitting rock, which I do a lot. So I go to find a pair of gloves. I left these sitting outside, so, I kind of lose track of a lot of my pairs. But as it so happens, the pair of gloves I was able to find were the pair I had the previous day. And without thinking, I slipped them right on and went to get to work. And it didn't take very long until I started feeling the little pains, the little sharp pokes and pricks that you get when you get those hairs from the blind prickly pear. Now, once I realize these are inside the gloves, because I'm an idiot, all the hairs and everything had gotten inside the gloves, and now they were all over my hands. So I had a choice. I could either take off these gloves, go find another pair of gloves, and try to use them to prevent more getting in my hand. But in doing so, I would then ruin two pairs of gloves, because whatever got in my hand could get onto my second pair of gloves once I put them on. So I just opted to just stick with this pair, which, to say, if that was the good choice or not, it's hard to say. But either way, that's what I decided to do. So I stuck with the pair that I already had on. That was constantly causing me pain already and causing me a lot of frustration. But, so as you go, I am doing more and more and getting closer to getting this thing in, trying to get it pulled out and everything. And as I go to actually get it in the ground, I'm not only getting stabbed by the pins and pricks of the blind prickly pear that are inside the gloves, I'm also getting stabbed by, not nearly as bad, but I am getting stabbed by some of the strawberry cactus spines that are able to poke through the gloves. So as you'll see in the video, I am using a pickaxe to try and avoid having to do that as much as possible, and then I realize I just have to bite the bullet and use my hands anyway. So I'm just trying to get it in there and get it packed in and get everything, put away. But let me tell you, it is just the worst thing to have to do. But I'm doing it. I'm getting it done. So, I finally get it in the ground. I get everything there. And then I go inside. And I start to pull out all the little hairs and pricks and everything. And they are just unbelievably painful. And they're very thin, very small. So I'll think I'll get them all, and then, I'll be washing my hands or something, and boom, I'll hit one. and it is just the worst feeling. And then you try to find it, and of course, finding that one, you hit 3 others, and so you're trying to find all of those, and it's just awful. It's painful and awful, and I didn't even get them out the first day. Like, the next day, I was still finding little hairs from this thing inside my hands and everything. It was just awful. But anyway, that was my tale of woe and misery and pain and the life with cacti, I suppose. But hope you enjoyed it. Now, I might be telling you a little bit more about the actual cactus itself, if we have any time. Fuck, I don't know. Okay, in a different location, so sorry if there's a bunch of different background noise things. But yeah, so that was my awful tale. I learned my lesson, definitely, to just throw away gloves next time I have to plant a cactus like that. But anyway, so here in the video, you can start to see me filling in the dirt around the cactus here. And it's just awful because, first off, digging all this out, I don't have much dirt there anyway. I have what little dirt I had in the pot to try and fill all this in with and pack it in, but it never packs as well after it's been dug up, you know. It just never does. So I'm trying to pack all this around here. It's just, the cactus is just starting to fall apart. Like, you can kind of see it kind of split up into 3 different sections. Like, it was all together first fine, but it's just gotten so large that it has started splitting up from instead of being one cohesive piece, it's all split up into 3. And, I suppose I really wanted to, I could have actually went ahead and pulled all these apart and still separated them and planted them as, 3 separate cacti. But honestly, I just wanted to keep them together as a nice bunch. That's how you'll naturally find them in the wild. So I just wanted to keep them together, see if they could stay, nice and everything, looking good. But yeah, I'm still trying to pack that in and everything, trying to, I have to do it now one side at a time, get one side kind of propped up there, pack it in real good, go to the other side and carefully pack it in real good, and it is just not wanting to happen. But I get it done, it's whatever, it's part of doing all this, and this is where we get a lot of pricks and stuff by the little spines of this one is, trying to be careful and it has to get individually split up and everything. It's a huge pain. Alright guys, it's been a couple days now. Let it sit out. We're just watering it again. Getting another good look around on it. Got those awesome blooms. Man, these things are pretty. Even before they come out, they still look pretty. They got that nice shine on them and everything. Oh, and then one of our orb weaver friends hanging out over here. You can't really see him, but yeah, it's doing well. Looks great in the garden. Can't wait to get the rest of them planted. I got 2 more I need to plant around here, and just can't wait for it. It'll look really good. Just one last thing here at the end, guys. Wanted to show you some little babies that started to pop up. I noticed these as I was going to plant it. And also wanted to ask you guys to like, subscribe.